Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Grazing No Makers. I'm Zeb. So if you're new here to the channel, appreciate y'all stopping by, or if you've seen all of our other videos, we really appreciate you. But we are a young couple. We've just recently bought a old cattle farm here in the foothills of North Carolina, and we are working on updating this old farmhouse and trying to get it to where we can move in. So we've been working on building a mudroom here off the back porch. So we've turned half of it into a laundry room slash mudroom, and we were almost done with it. I thought we were done with it, but we've had to kind of back up a little bit. And we've got some pretty big problems. So I'm gonna take y'all in here and let y'all see what's going on. So I was almost completely done with this room. We got the walls up, painted and everything, and I actually had the sink basin in and the sink. We were getting ready to tidy this room up, and I noticed that we had water standing in the floor, even on dry days, you know, when it's not raining. So we have a moisture problem in this room, and I cannot figure out what's going on. And I was hoping that maybe some of y'all could let me know what was going on and maybe a solution to fix this, because I have tried just about everything I know to do, and it's not working. So what we've got going on, and it's not as bad right now. So you can see right here at the bottom of the door where the floor changes color, there's water right there standing. And also in this corner right here, it's just wet. So I've already done a few things. The very first thing that I did was I took the sink basin out, and the sink took it out and cleaned the floor really good, and I put down dry lock concrete floor sealer, because I thought moisture was coming up through the concrete, and obviously that's not the case, because that moisture is sitting on top of this new floor sealer that I've put down. So the second thing that I did was I took the baseboards off, and I've put Great Stuff foam insulation at the bottom of the wall paneling, because I thought that there was a draft coming through in between the treated 2x4 seal plate and the concrete, and I thought that, you know, there was moisture or a draft coming through there, and from the temperature change it was causing condensation and making it sweat. Well, obviously it's still doing it, and that's not the case. And outside I've also put foam insulation. I've put clear silicone caulk underneath the door. Also behind the weather shield at the bottom where the plywood meets the concrete, I left a little gap. Clear silicone there as well, just to keep any air drafts from coming through. I don't know what's going on, because even though that it's wet right here on the inside of the door, the concrete on the outside here is completely dry. I mean, there's dust literally sitting on this section of the concrete. And even when it rained, we just got about 3 or 4 days of steady rain. We got about 3 inches or so. This stayed dry, and the inside was wet. The walls are insulated. They have R15 fiberglass batt insulation in the walls. Everything was sealed up really well. I can shut the door that goes into the kitchen. This room doesn't have any heat in it. It gets all its heat through that door, or sometimes I raise these windows and let the heat into this room. If I shut those and this room cools down close to the same temperature that it is outside, the floor is completely dry. There's no moisture issues whatsoever. And that's just another reason that I thought that it was an air draft issue, just because of the cold air outside coming in here is condensing, causing moisture to settle in some spots. I don't know. I've done everything that I know to do. I'm kind of out of ideas, so I was hoping maybe some of y'all can leave some ideas in the comments of what's going on, because I mean, I just don't know what else to do. And out here on the screened in porch side, you know, it's open to the outside air temperature. It's completely dry as well. I mean, I've sealed everything off with Great Stuff. All across the top where I thought air might have been coming through, I've sealed all that off. The brick where I thought air might be coming through. I mean, all the doors have great stuff, you know, insulation around them. I insulated underneath the door because I thought moisture was coming through there. I just have no idea. The garage stays dry. There's no moisture in the garage, you know, and it's warmer than it is outside. But for some reason, it's just mainly along this outside wall here at the door and then right here in this back corner. I have no idea. But if I can get this figured out, we can put our floor covering down. We were planning on just painting this floor because we didn't really figure we would have an issue with moisture problems. And this is just gonna be like a, you know, a mud room, a dirty mud room. So be something durable and easy to clean up. But we may wind up having to put down some type of vapor barrier and a luxury vinyl flooring that's waterproof. I don't know if trapping moisture under there would be terrible or if it would keep the concrete from getting, you know, the cold concrete from getting warm at the top, and I don't know. So I said all that to say, if you have any ideas what's going on, you know, please drop it in the comments below. You know, give me some more ideas of what y'all think might be going on here and any possible solutions that you may have. And if anybody's ever had this problem before, let me know. I'd be definitely interested in what everybody has to say about it. So that's all we're really waiting on in the mud room, is to figure out this moisture problem. And this room will be done. All we gotta do is stick the water heater in here, get the gas line run for it, drill a hole for the dryer vent to go out, put the sink and the sink basin back in, and this room will be done. So I had the sink completely hooked up with the sink basin and had everything hooked up real nice, all the drain lines and everything, water lines, but I had to take everything back apart to fix the floor because I put that sealer on the floor and I wanted it underneath that vanity so that, you know, the bottom of the vanity wouldn't rot off from moisture problems. So we're pretty much done with this room though. Like I said, if you know of anything, please leave it in the comments below. I'm kind of stumped on this one, so I need some help. So if you could help me out, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully we can get this figured out, and then we started working on the master bedroom in there as well. We've been spending a lot of time in the house for the past 2 weeks or so, just because we've had nothing but pretty much rain for the past 2 weeks. So way too wet to do anything outside. But that's gonna be all for this one. Appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.